When you hear the name Jason Kidd, what comes to mind? Is it the man who was a Hall of Fame basketball player? The perennial all-star? The man who averaged 12.6 points per game, 8.7 assists, 6.3 rebounds on 35% three-point field goal percentage? The man who they called Jason, but without the J, until he turned that around and became one of the best three-point shooters in the league? Or do you think of his lackluster coaching career, where everybody thought he was going to be one of the best coaches in the league, sort of like Steve Nash, and it just didn't work out? Jason Kidd's coaching record in 5 years is 183 and 190, good for 49%. That isn't bad by any stretch, but you got to think this man was supposed to save the Brooklyn Nets. Now, to be fair, he was coaching an aging Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry, along with a then all-star Darren Williams and a solid center in Brook Lopez. However, we are talking about a team that before the season started was projected to be one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, but only finished 44 and 38. Now, again, aging Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry, I get that. But a lot has to do with the coaching. Because even though Jason Kidd was a very good basketball player, and I mean very good, very knowledgeable, very crafty, I don't think the same translates to his coaching style. He coached one season for the Brooklyn Nets, but was later fired after going 44 and 38 and underperforming in the playoffs. Then he was hired by the Milwaukee Bucks, where he coached for 4 seasons as their head coach, but was fired in the 2017-18 season after a poor 23 and 22 start. Now, I say poor pretty loosely, but that is a very average record, and with an up-and-coming Giannis Antetokounmpo, that team was expecting, obviously, way greater success. But you can't get rid of Jason Kidd that quickly as a head coach because the Dallas Mavericks are finalizing a 4-year deal to bring him in as the next head coach. We're talking about an up-and-coming Dallas Mavericks team who has a young megastar in Luka Doncic and a young star in Kristaps Porzingis. Now, this team has been underperforming for the last few years as they are just a first-round exit type team who isn't really championship ready. Even if they get a new head coach, I don't think they're going to win a championship unless they have some sort of drastic improvement. Now, with Luka Doncic, I understand anything is possible, but I don't think this team is going to win the championship anytime soon. And personally, I don't get what the big lure is with Jason Kidd as a coach. Sure, he was a great player, a great point guard, and he was the Dallas Mavericks point guard for quite some time. But that doesn't mean that he's going to translate to being a good head coach. And that was even proven when he was a head coach for 5 years. I just don't see it. I think this is a terrible, terrible decision by the Dallas Mavericks. I think there are much more qualified candidates out there, and I just don't think that he's going to make them that much better. Now, I could be eating my words a year from now because in the NBA, anything is possible. I mean, look at the Phoenix Suns. They're up 2-1 over the Los Angeles Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. Anything is possible. However, in a crowded Western Conference with a brand new head coach who has proven that he isn't a great head coach, I just don't see the Dallas Mavericks doing anything with him. I think he's going to be there for a couple years and then get fired because they're going to realize this isn't our guy. And right now, they're probably in panic mode because Luka Doncic is probably telling them, hey, look, you only got me for X amount of time until I sign that max contract, and it's either going to be with you or another team, and you better make the right moves. And honestly, I think this was a big mistake for them because The clock is ticking. Luka Doncic is going to want out if they can't make any sort of success in the playoffs. Mark my words, Luka Doncic will leave because they are just not adequate enough to win an NBA championship. And in a league where championships mean everything, it's important to surround your young star players with great head coaches, great players, great role players, everything. It is super important. I just don't see Dallas doing anything with Jason Kidd at the helm. And I could be wrong. Luka can end up being a 20-year player for the Dallas Mavericks, similar to Dirk Nowitzki, and end up winning them championship after championship with Jason Kidd at the helm as head coach. But honestly, with his track record, I don't think that's going to happen. I just don't. I don't think he is qualified enough, even after winning the championship as an assistant head coach with the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, how aren't you going to win a championship with LeBron James and Anthony Davis? I don't think he really affected that team that much. Now, I wasn't obviously one of the players on that team, and I've never played for Jason Kidd, so I don't exactly know how he is as a coach, if he really brings the team together or if the team rallies around him in any way. But I just don't think so. I don't think he has proven that he is a good NBA coach. It's just my opinion. You know, I mean, like I said, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think he's going to do anything with the Dallas Mavericks. I think he's going to be there for a couple years, like I said, and then he's going to be out. And then Luka Doncic is going to be stressed. He's going to say, hey, what am I doing here? Am I going to win a championship? Am I going to end up like Allen Iverson, never winning a championship, staying with the Sixers for far too long before being shipped off to Denver and never winning a championship? What's going to happen? He's going to lose because he has Jason Kidd as his head coach, and Jason Kidd is not qualified to be an NBA head coach, especially for an NBA megastar like Luka Doncic. They're going to realize that they made the wrong choice. I don't think Jason Kidd is going to do anything for them. I think they made a horrible decision, but I guess only time will tell. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. I love making these videos for you guys. I'm so sorry I'm an inconsistent YouTuber, but hopefully that will change. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.